Hi everyone, this is Morgan Cross, aka Valtiel, Creative Director on Breaking Point.
And my name's Sacriel, Lead Game Designer on Breaking Point.
To jump straight into it, we wanted to address the term that hangs over crowd-funded games these days, Early Access Alpha. What is it, and why aren't we doing it? For those of you that may not be familiar with what the term refers to, since game development is both extremely costly and time-consuming, smaller teams or studios will often release a game in an early, unfinished alpha state for the purpose of generating the additional revenue necessary to see the game to completion. This is because the amount of money necessary to create a game of any significant scope often reaches into the millions, which is understandably a lot to ask for from a Kickstarter, especially if you are not a previously established brick-and-mortar studio. So as a result, this becomes a very popular path to take for smaller teams. Although, most of the experienced gamers out there will know what this can potentially lead to. On one hand, you are relying on a successful early access alpha to generate enough funds to finish the title, so an unsuccessful early access alpha can torpedo the whole project. On the other hand, an extremely successful early access alpha can remove all of the financial urgency to actually finish the game, and without that urgency you can find yourself stuck in a perpetual alpha, which is what we are seeking to completely bypass. So our plan is to bring you a fully featured game directly from launch, because we refuse to put out an unoptimized product that is either missing core functionality or generally performs like an early version. However, it would be unrealistic for us to say things like 100% lag-free performance or 0 bugs on launch, because those are simply an inevitability of game development. But we would rather be tackling those problems in an environment where we are feature complete, as opposed to attempting to finish the game while at the same time making it perform. So, we're skipping Early Access Alpha altogether, instead opting to carry out that phase of development in a closed environment with QA testers the way we feel that it should be done. And our Kickstarter goal is what we feel is the minimum we need to accomplish this within the time frame that we've specified.
While it would be very easy for us to release an early access build of our game in the next couple of months and allow people to play it and encourage additional funding through purchasing early access to the game, we really want to focus on having a game where you play it for the first time, and that night when you go to bed you're thinking about the gameplay, you're thinking about the experiences. When you get home from work the next day, you're thinking about the gameplay, you want to get back in, you want to test out the new features, you want to test playing a different character or going to a different region of the map or trying to find that rare creature that killed you last time. We really want to give players a full game experience straight out of the gate, instead of giving them a watered down feature set, which a lot of players will get what we're trying to achieve, and it'll be one of those, I'll pick it up again in 6 months. We want people to play it relentlessly from day one.
Because we're all gamers too, and that's what we want. We would much rather ask for a little bit less, tighten up our belts, and bring you guys the full experience from day one, than put out something half finished just for the sake of making a little bit of money and risk ending up in one of the situations discussed earlier. So that's our stance on Alpha Access. Thanks for listening, and we hope you guys agree with this approach, and we'll look forward to bringing you some more video content very soon, including an extended gameplay cut trailer that will be debuting next week. Thanks!